Hi everyone, the Lone Wolf here and welcome to an EVE Online post commentary, because I did take the footage but I was not commenting live at the time. The reason I'm doing this is I'm actually taking more and more footage to try and make the Sunday recaps a bit more interesting, but this is actually the day after I was ganked and lost my Mackinaw. Obviously I wasn't going to buy a new Mackinaw straight away. I was expecting things to be a little bit unsafe at the time, and so I decided to do a little bit of exploration in my Gila, and this was the second system. I first checked Dital, then I went to Chunka, and here I find a Sanchez Nation occupied mining colony, which is a 4 out of 10, obviously potentially some very nice loot. I'm starting to feel my luck turn a little bit at this point, and it's obviously the Gila, still one of my favorite ships, although personally I prefer the Ishtar myself, because I think that the sentry drones are just so cool and so easy to use. And here, well, I see another Gila that is already doing the site. So I'm saying, you know what, I lost my Mackinaw, I'm gonna go after this. We're gonna try to snatch some loot if we can, and I join in on trying to get this done. I'm not sure. I think Rixie here, or Rixel in the Gila, is then trying to base stuff so that he can be at the gate on time or something, but in the end it doesn't work out too well. You can see now his Vexor is actually to the outside, which is a mistake. Maybe he just hasn't noticed me yet, but the first thing you actually want to do here is head straight for that gate to try and grab that as quickly as possible, so that when the final rat is blown up, you can activate the gate straight away. I'm using some hammerheads. I think they're pretty cool, and of course the big advantage of the Gila, you can see that one of my hammerheads is under attack, but it has such a good bonus to its HP because of the Gila bonuses that I'm actually not very worried. It's still the rapid light missile launchers, which sometimes one-shot the frigates, so that works pretty decently. And now I'm actually, why am I not firing right away? I should be firing. He's still at 12 kilometers. So I can try, and yeah, there you can see about a third armor left after I use those. I recalled the drones because there were only small ones left, and I should be able to finish those off just with some missiles, no problem. And then of course I can activate the gate straight away, and the Gila is still 6-7 kilometers behind me, so he is a little bit late to the party. 14 missiles. I'm gambling on not reloading. We definitely want to find the true Sancha foreman as quickly as possible, target him, head towards him, and yeah, with the afterburner, it's an oversized afterburner, so it's slow to speed up, but you actually get a decent speed out. Send my hammerheads forward. I'm risking that as well, but at this point you can see that the Gila drops as well, a couple kilometers behind me, and it does become a race for the loot. So I want that loot, since I want that ISK to replace my my Mackinaw. Not that I need it, but it's more of a psychological thing for me. I guess whenever I'm playing EVE, I feel like progress is made by increasing my ISK and increasing the amount of stuff that I have. So the Gila is firing from behind me. His missile range is longer, but my drones have already been doing some damage. And I think in large parts, it's not an exact formula, but in large parts you actually grab the loot or you get the drop when you open up with the first damage on the rat. At least in the purity of the throne sites, that's what's been happening for me, and that's the reason why I also switched a little bit from the Dominics to the Gila to do the throne sites, because yeah, because it just targets so much faster, right? My Dominics will always be the last one to target the final rat, and as a result I never really have a chance to compete with anyone else. So here a little bit of mismanagement of the afterburner, cut it out too soon. Speed does drop quite quickly, but there we go, 47 million in loot, including a true Sancha laser that just dropped on probably yeah, the first site that I ran after losing my Mackinaw, and probably the fourth signature that I scanned. So we're getting the hell out of there. One thing I switched on my Gila is that I went from a target painter to an active rep, just to give me that little extra boost if I ever feel like I'm in trouble. That is because, well, sometimes you can actually get stuck on the structures that you saw at the end of that 4 out of 10, and then of course if you can't warp out fast enough, you might actually be in trouble, because once they're through your shields, you will go down quite quickly to the Sancha firepower there. Obviously we have yet another signature here, so I'm going to drop my drones and go look for this signature. And maybe at this point I'll quickly mention to you guys that I've also been contacted by the people that ganked me, so the guys from Test. They said that it's not like a campaign or that they targeted me because I make videos or anything like that. They see it more as an educational program where they were actually suicide ganking miners that had the scanner fitted in order to know the amounts in the ores. They consider that a complete waste of a mid slot, which should be filled with tank. They're not entirely wrong, of course, but yeah, they also gave me a skiff fit so that I would be safe from ganking. Well, it's not like they are actively on a Hulk-geddon campaign or anything like that. It's just something that apparently they do from time to time, and well, to me it was just a pretty decent reminder of that EVE Online being the sandbox, and this is the risk that you take when you go for max yield. And well, I would guess that my Mackinaw probably made itself back 10 to 15 times with the amount that I've mined in it, so it's not like it's actually a big deal or anything like that. And max yield is just so attractive for people like me, I guess, that I want to see the increase in personal assets, in value, in ISK that you're going. It's pretty. It's a tough decision for me to actually go for a less yield and more tank when I could get more ore per hour or more ore per minute from that ship. Now let's get back to the video here. We actually find a Sancha's command relay as the second site in this system. That's pretty obvious, pretty awesome, of course. A 3 out of 10 right after a 4 out of 10. So once again we're warping off towards the second site, and I'm like, I'll quickly check this scan. The Gila is back there, so he did the exact same thing as me. And he's landing just as I'm landing as well. So we've got ourselves oh, he just went through the gate. I think he was a little bit earlier than me. Is that possible? Because I was screwing around with my active rep so much, I guess that he actually spotted it sooner. So off we go, grab the gate, and with 50 million pretty much in loot, we're going off to the second site. And again, keep in mind, this is like 1 day after I lost my Mackinaw. And here is Rixel again in his Gila, and so I just start approaching the gate first, of course, just in case, and then I just start targeting some stuff. And I'm actually trying to look for the good rat. I think it's called Sancha Black Ops, or are there more of those? I'm not exactly sure which. Probably the Synthesis Black Ops? No. Sancha Black Ops, right there. The squad leader is the one that you want. While doing this, I was like looking for a true Sancha or something like that. I wasn't there. But yeah, the Sancha Black Ops is of course the one that you want. Find it, start to put an approach on it, because that's the loot you want, and target it with my missile. So I open up with the damage. That looks pretty good. We're still going. Drones are on him as well. You can see he's a bit more tanky, but he blows up quite quickly. And here is the good news. I try to grab the loot, which is a little slow, but we'll get there eventually as we destroy the rest of those frigates. And there we go, 57 million from another true Sancha, module. Pretty damn awesome to have this happen, like maybe in my first 30 minutes of gameplay of EVE Online. And this basically gives me back 100 million from the 130 million loss That is just pretty damn awesome. I'm not sure if I keep going after this one. Yeah, we tried to finish this side, but I think we didn't spot anything all too good here. Let's take a look. No, I'm not seeing True Sandsha or anything like that. I'm not sure if they drop all the time, but we just decide to go after these guys anyways. Finish the side together with Rixel in the Gila. Who knows, there might be another spawn, but I think that's basically random here, that sometimes you don't get a True Sandsha spawn in the second room, and that's what you'll see happen here. But of course, how can I not be happy with what just happened here? This is definitely out of the ordinary, right? This is not something that you should expect on every exploration session that you're doing in the Void region. This is just extremely lucky on my part, both on the two sites that were available in this system and the drops that dropped from the rats there. So very, very lucky, and of course very happy. I'm sort of seeing that as a little bit of good karma coming my way, because this happens just after I lose Mackinaw to an unfortunate gank. But there we go, we're just killing off a couple more rats, and then there is very little other to say other than nothing else really spawns in here. So no third loot drop, but how can I not be happy with this result? So then we're loading. Do I finish off the final sentry gun? I'm not sure if I do. Yes, I do. And oh yeah, that's right. I spent a little bit of time just looking at the wrecks, trying to see if there's some sort of True Sandsha in any of those dropped wrecks, but I don't really see anything. So I just decide in the end to leave the rest of this to Rixel in the Gila. But there you go, guys. That's basically what I wanted to share with you guys for this exploration session, one day after losing my Mackinaw. Extremely lucky, and as you can see the title, it shows that EVE Online can take, but it also can give. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.